Well, good morning, everybody. It is April 12th. I normally say, all right, all right, all right. It is April 12th right now. What is it, Tuesday? Tuesday, April 12th. Yeah. And this is long sum, short sum. If you have stopped by this section for the first time, I'm your boy, Christian Israel. We do this every single day. We go live stream 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. every day. And then the first one is always long sum, short sum. This is where we discuss different cryptos, mainly focus on the top three, unless somebody else has some requests. They can always put them in the chat, and I will make sure to get your request to you. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the markets because this is long sum, short sum. Let's hit that reverse. So, we've had corrections play out, guys, over the last week and a half. Finally, as expected. Finally. Whew, I love it. Already made a trade last night into this morning. Took a little bit of profit as I build and try to build a small stack for this bull run. And now waiting for some back testing. But let's talk about where we're at because we did go a little bit below 40,000 yesterday, last night, and this morning on Bitcoin. But right now, Bitcoin is at $40,444, a lot of fours, down 13.3% over the last 7 days, as expected. Ethereum sitting right above 3,053. BNB at 414, Solana at number 4 at 107.80, XRP at number 5 at 71.7. Look at that. That's down 13%. ETH's down 13%. Bitcoin's down 13%. Solana at 18. Cardano at number 6, down 20.2% over the last 7 days, at sitting under $1.96. And Luna, 86.36 at number 7 spot, and so forth and so on. I think you guys get a good idea and see that. But we've had some major corrections over the last, 7 days, as expected. If you want to go back and look, you can go ahead and jump onto the YouTube channel. Let's see here. Just in case you're curious, I go through here and I'm not going to let those play. You can see it says live here. But if you go to past streams or anything like that, you can go to playlists, okay? And you can go here to long sum, short sum right here. And then every day you can go and get your checkup if you're not familiar with what's going on, because it's important because a lot of people are getting trapped inside of longs or inside of shorts and not understanding what's going on in the market. And that's what I want to discuss more with you today too. So I'm going to go into full screen mode so you guys can see. You can see this XRP chart. Now this is a continuation of the XRP chart yesterday that we discussed. And now I told you guys we've been waiting since, I'd say probably around this time. So March 29th into April 2nd, waiting for this whole correction to play out. I expected this to come down to at least the S2. And it went lower, which we discussed yesterday, that it would come down possibly a total of 12% from the move I said down to the S2. Well, look exactly what happened. This is the 4-hour, guys, on XRP. It did break down to the S2 and finishing. Now it's up on the S1, and these are the dailies. Looks like the daily pivots. Because if I zoom out, nope, those are our weeklies. Okay, just checking. That is our weekly pivot, which is a big thing of support and resistance. Remember what I love to say is long support, short resistance. So I took a long here, and I got it this morning. I didn't short it, but I just took profit to see how this plays out, because I believe we are in a nice cycle. But the issue, guys, right now is that Bitcoin is ranging. Bitcoin is ranging. And as you know on this channel, I do not believe it's going to break $57,000 this year. So that would be one of those calls that if I'm right, wonderful. If I'm wrong, well, no one will probably listen to me ever again. So that's where I'm at right now. We have this small, this is on the 2-hour, small ascending triangle forming. Now this could break up and pull up and come up and touch, okay? But for me, the fact that it broke lower means we couldn't, I am still not convinced this is done. Just because of the way Bitcoin is looking, the way these structures are, I don't think we are done going down yet. Why do I say that? Because when I look back and pull back all the way, XRP always fills gaps. Bitcoin always fills the gap. So even if this thing decides to fire up, let me get my fun little arrow back that I love to show you guys. If this thing decides to fire up, which I don't think so yet, but normally if it fires up, we'll get a back test of 80 cents, which would be a good profit of 702, back test that, but we still have not come back. See this breakout here? even guys, and I'm going to show you, even outside of this breakout, we still have not come back down to test this area. See that nasty wick on KuCoin? I don't love it. I don't like it. But in reality, we have not come back down here yet. And we always backtest, which is an issue. It always backtests. I have yet to see a gap not be filled in XRP. If you guys remember sometime a year, when it went to 191, I think it was, fired up, and then it came all the way down to fill a gap. So that's what I look on here. I think that 5-wave structure is complete, so we might need a 3-wave up to finish what we see here. Let me just take that off. A 3-wave up, possibly again up to 78 cents to finish that explosive pivot to back test this area. And then we might come down and finish the move. And that's what I'm looking for, because what happened over the last couple days has really put 62 cents on my radar. And that is the back test of here, a double tap. So this is on my radar officially. And again, I've been calling this for a while. Let me find, I won't break into the other stuff down, but this is what I've officially been looking at to see it play out for XRP, period. So that's where I am. We do have a bottoming here on the RSI. You can see here. So on the daily, we're breaking up. If we come up and test our momentum indicator, that's normally where rejection would come. So when I say we could pump up on the daily to 80 and roll back over and come down to this area, that would make sense. And it also matches Bitcoin. As I'm speaking right now, I see Bitcoin has decided to lose its pivot on its daily and its weekly pivot. Okay, so this is on the 15-minute. We can see it playing out right now. It is no different. Let me zoom out to the day. Okay, on this long parabola that we have been discussing. I'm going to delete that because that is no longer in play. This is a chart, guys, that we have been following for 2 weeks now. Shoot, hold on. Almost a month. This chart specifically on Bitcoin for almost a month to kind of see. It's just as simple as there's my parabola, right? And if it breaks, it was going to go down. I mean, it is that simple sometimes outside of all the other stuff, right? You see it broke down in my channel. Like I said, it eventually broke down. It came down to the S1, and it is now, this is an issue as far as if you are longing in this moment, it is now fighting resistance of the S1. It rejected from the pivot, came halfway through. I would not be surprised, and I called this a while, that to expect still 38,000 to hit. We have still not hit 38.5. We did get our break of 40, which was expected, the back test of 40 exactly at 39.4. But I am still, guys, and it's just what the charts are. I hate being bullish because I'm ready to, honestly, I'm ready to go ahead and XRP hit its $10 to $15 mark for this part of the cycle, which should be in the next sooner rather than later. Okay, and when that is done, because we're in the range mode, I'm ready to get out, reset all the portfolios, start all over again at the beginning of the utility stage after the crash. And that is because Bitcoin will be going to $15,000 to $12,000. And those are the opportunities that you're in staking, or if you're not staking, if you're in the trying to get nodes and all those other little things where, you know, Stronger, I think, is pretty much dumped all the way down to like, what, $100 or less now, when it was at $1,200. But when you get a chance to get back in all of those things, it is coming. So what I suggest here is, for instance, Bitcoin has got, when I say it's going to go to 55,000 to 56,000 from here, what's crazy is that is actually, look at that, that's the R5 of this move, not even expected, okay? But when I say this, and again, this is very important, so I hope you please listen to me. From here, just from here, look at that. That is a 33% move in Bitcoin from here. And this is what's very important to me when I'm saying long some, short some, okay? I don't want you guys to get caught chasing 100 to 200% on moves. Specifically, and a letter's going to go out to my clients tonight. We reallocated, if clients are listening, they'll understand, and you can go check your portfolios. We are reallocating all of different assets into XRP. Why? Not only have I seen it and where it is, I'm looking at percentage gains. I said once Bitcoin gets up to $47,000 to $50,000, and once it rejects, if we haven't seen everything boom, it's time to reset everything and come back in and put it all into the cryptos that I want. And so XRP is far from where it's needed to be. In fact, it's, I think, like the number one behind where it needs to be. So I know most of crypto hasn't popped, but Bitcoin has got 36% total left in it. And that's how I feel about it. And so it's time to reallocate as it ranges. So stop babbling to you. We're under the S1. Your next major test of support is 38.4. And if we go into this level, that's when we're starting to see things break down where XRP is on a low, right? XRP alone is on that target. That was a possibility that we called coming down, right, to 61, 62 cents to double tap. So Bitcoin will back that up there. And then when we look at Ethereum, guys, Ethereum is back, right back to where I said that resistance where we needed to do, okay? So we went up, as you guys remember, we spoke about this. We rejected here, our same area, 3,600, right on our line, coming down to test our resistance zone, but under the 236, which is an issue for me, which means it could still have more space to go. That's on the larger level. On the shorter term level, I always talk about the 0.5 having to hold. If the 0.5 on the fib retracement does not hold, we are moving down to rejection points, bringing possibly under 2,500 for Ethereum. Now, I am excited if this holds. Again, we don't know what's happening. I'm not a market maker, nor can I guess which direction it's going to go on each day. I can tell you where the support is, where the resistance is, and where I see the movements over the next 2-3 days to a week. So when I am shorting something or longing something, it does not mean it's going to happen that day unless, for instance, I'm on the minute chart. If I'm on a 4-hour chart, that means 4-hour candles close, and every 4 hours, that's when a decision can be made. You don't want to make a long or short decision in the middle of whatever candle you are trading on or time frame. So if you're trading on the 1-hour time frame, all decisions should be made based on the 1-hour time frame. 4 hours so, daily so, weekly so, minute so, same forth and so on. So I'm showing you the 4-hour, and what I am seeing in this 4-hour on Ethereum is two options, okay? Because Elliott Wave again is about maximizing what you have, looking at it, taking into consideration, and trying to find confluences, confirmations, or invalidations. And one of the things I see right here is a possible ABC move, right? And it was down to 28.9, and we can be done if it's a 3-way move down, which I will not be upset about. That means we could be done right now. We could be heading our way up, and that impulse for Bitcoin, right there, Ethereum could be wave 1. However, this is possibly more likely, and I'm going to show you where this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-way instead of an ABC. So we got 5 ways up. We could have an A, B, C up, and then another move down, which is what we don't want to see, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you could have A, right? See that A up is a way to touch the 4, and then we're going to work our way down. B, and then maybe an C. That would be the most bullish case as far as that is concerned, because then we could range a little bit again and then fire up. That is what we're looking for in Ethereum. Right now, it is Tuesday, and I think we got a little bit more down move, so just be very, very careful, please. So I am neutral after that correction. I mean, I told you yesterday, if you decided along it that it would be, you have to really have the tight stop, because I expect it to go down, and I don't think this is done yet, because volume candles for sells are coming in, and right at the open at 8:30 things begin to dump. So based on the equities market, we'll see, and the 10 yields, the 10-year yields, the 30-year yields are all beginning to reject. So that's Ethereum. Let's go ahead and move on to, spoke about Bitcoin. Let's go into Litecoin. I told you guys if it got down to 103, which was this area here. Let me zoom it out. There we go. We got down to the 104 to 103 area that I would long, and lo and behold, I did. I already got out and took profit because it was a small bounce, and I'm waiting for this to do it. Why? Here we go. We are sitting right here, and this is line. So I'm going to move to the line target here. We are sitting on support at 104.32 right now for Litecoin. I think Litecoin's got some movement up long term. That's why I'm paying attention to it right now. However, on the board for official targets, guys, for Litecoin, like official target, is $20. So be very careful. I see 67 cents popping up on the daily, $67 popping up on the daily too. So the fact that I am seeing these type of possibilities means it's not done. But what I like to use is I like to counter trade some of the indicators that TradingView does, because a lot of times they show stop and the trigger on the Elliott wave pulse movements trying to catch trades could be your triggers to understand where the market is sitting. So right now, as I love where we are, we're sitting on support, but it's very, very important that we hold this support, specifically in Bitcoin 40K. If 40K does not close above on the daily today, I'm looking for major down movement overnight and major down movement into tomorrow, whatever it may be, whatever news may be. That's specifically what I am looking at. So as you can tell, Bitcoin is finished. It came down and tested 38.9 right there to that arrow. That's what we're waiting on across the board. If this holds, even though we are rejecting right now, we could be looking at a double tap. If this holds, tell Bitcoin to begin to range. I'm still not even, I see Bitcoin be able to range where it's going to go. It just went down, up, but it's going to move up, and I'm going to show you. It's going to move. Let's go to the daily. And it's going to move in an area like this, and then I'm going to get out of here. You're going to get this right here. See this? Something like this, okay? Where I think, I'm going to delete these, so I'm done with that. Where I believe it will do this. Down here, up. As altcoin season goes, look at that. 56, 57,000. Okay? That's a rising wedge, guys. This is Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin over the next 6 months. And during that movement, altcoins will run. And that's exactly how I see this working. It's a rising wedge, which 70 to 30% of the time is going to break south. If it doesn't complete the whole rising wedge. And right now, that's what we're seeing. So I think it will just do just like this. Boom. People are going to think it's getting bullish and it's going to be running up. The RSI is going to be going, and off it goes and down. So be very careful. I would, if you're okay hodling and you want to chase 30 to 40% on Bitcoin, fire away. But be very careful across the market, because every time Bitcoin dumps, look for altcoins to also follow it. But when things hold, you'll start to see jumps. So we'll keep a pay attention to that, to the 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. report and 7 p.m. report tonight. And that's pretty much all I got going along some short sum. Just want to educate you guys and just be very careful, because after a correction, people want to jump in and go long right now because of small bounces. We got a 1.54% move in the NASDAQ today. So far, so good early, but we want to wait and pay attention, because XRP is already back down to, as I spoke about. Let's go and show you this and go on the 5-minute. Yoink. You can see it's already rejected. So as I told you here, bring that back in. Look, it's already, look, I brought that rejected right back to the line. So will it break here, or do another little pump to 72 and then come down? So that's what I want you guys to pay attention to. Besides that, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and end this show. Make sure you guys do the social media thing, like, subscribe, notification bell, so you're notified when I go live. Again, I am trying to get 10 likes either for the stream or this one to help the algorithm move. And that is the rest of long sum, short sum. Let's get out of here.